So, I assume everyone at this point ends up in bed one way or another.
Ends up in their own beds.
Yeah, and so the morning comes. What is everyone's plan for the day?
Shuffle the deck.
I'll be going to get
Yes.
breakfast. Nice and early.
We pop down for breakfast.
Okay, take a shuffle.
Ansel's door is firmly shut because he got in way too fucking late.
Well, that's all Ansel's fault.
Yeah. So Ansel's gonna be late getting up. Alex spends an hour in his room.
Siri's up bright and early.
Me too. I would honestly wait for at least Alex to come down.
Okay.
And come downstairs.
Not later.
See that face, the wonderful.
So no one's told me what their plan is for the day.
After Ansel gets up, he'll.
How long have we been here now?
This is your 8th day here.
8th day here.
If Alex takes longer than an hour and a half, I would go outside.
No, it's only our sixth day here. We arrived on the 19th. It's the 23rd now.
Well, no, the burial was on the 7th. Or sorry, no, it was the 19th, yes. It's not the 19th today, it is the 20... Because you did the searches, that. It's your 7th day here.
Okay. I'm bored. I need something.
I'm missing a day somehow, so it's the 24th?
Mm-hmm.
Because one of those sessions was 2 days long. Or 1 day long, rather.
Yeah. Then you had the day of the funeral. Are you counting that one or not?
I am.
Okay.
Because that was Thursday. Friday was the monument. Saturday was the rhyme.
Mm-hmm.
Sunday was church.
Was Saturday the rhyme? I thought that was Sunday. Oh no, you're right.
We went to church.
Monday was yesterday.
Siri slept.
No,
I slept. Oh,
yesterday.
So I'm the heathen barbarian that does the church.
You've had 2 days between there, so you missed a day there.
Okay.
You 1 day you went back to the church. Then the next day, Alden went to the school.
What a jerk.
So there's 2 days there.
I'll change my record. It's not a big deal.
Mm-hmm. So, again, what was everyone's plan?
I
think that's what we have to figure out now.
I'm going to head out. If no one's come down, I'll wave at Siri. I know Siri's not going to want to take part in anything I'm doing currently, so I'll head on up to I. I'm going to go visit the jail again.
You're going to go to the jail.
Well, I guess I'm looking for the sheriff, so...
What's Alex doing?
After he does his reading?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to go check out the town hall and do some more research, if possible.
Okay.
I'm also going to make a proposal to everyone. At some point, we are going to need to deal with Harrowstone, and I'm not suggesting we go there in the middle of the night. But there are enough rumors that I might consider looking into some of it during the daylight hours.
Well, let's go now.
And as
this
we're
is
creeping
boring.
towards tonight.
This is boring. Let's go. I'm tired of just sitting around here doing nothing.
That's saying are doing nothing. They're doing farm work.
As I said, I'm tired of doing nothing.
But I
Cool.
suggest if we do find any dangers that we book it out of there rather than trying to stay and deal with them. Even during the day, we should keep up our guard, and I do not suggest going into the depths of Harrowstone. So Siri, you're with me on that? Ansel, Master Highhill?
Ansel probably has, if he's come down, he's looking hungover and less than amiable, period.
I'll let the GM decide if I've left at this point or not.
Well, you tell me. Would you have waited an hour for Alex to show up?
I had an hour and a half.
I always come down after an hour.
Yeah.
Okay, then I would have been there.
Yeah.
I think we should also first. I think we should check up and make sure that there wasn't anything that was remaining at the bar. And then I was thinking maybe we could also swing by the temple and ask about those relics, if we're going to consider Harrowstone.
True. So are we bringing the church into our confidences in this?
He's been the most help so far.
What happened with the church then?
We
Oh.
were able to find out some interesting information regarding the prisoners of Harrowstone. Specifically, before the fire, there were 6 bad of the bad, so to speak. Or, I'm sorry, 5 of the worst were referred to as Father Charlatan, the Lopper, the Mosswater Marauder, the Piper of Illmarsh, and the Splatterman, which each of those seem to line up fairly well with the 5 lines of the children's rhyme.
Interesting.
The other part to take into account is that the professor's journal mentions the relics that are related to the temple. So I'm hoping that they at least have some knowledge of what those relics are, and if they have it, where they are.
It's true. Grimborough has been here since the beginning, so if there were ever relics, if anyone would know, as the professor didn't seem to think they did, he would.
But do you want to explore Harrowstone first? I still
No,
think it's pertinent to at least find out a little bit this morning what's going on. and then-
Right. Have you had any luck figuring out what tomb it could possibly be?
The false tomb?
Yeah.
If you recall, I'm pretty sure I know which one it is.
Okay. I'm game to let you try with the church. And if things go south, we're going to have to find a way breaking in on our own time.
All
Did I really just say that out loud?
Yeah.
Yes, you did.
Mother would be ashamed.
I'll hop down from the table then. Is anyone else coming?
I will.
Might as well go. I mean, this sitting around here is boring.
So it'll be
I
an
have to
eventful
go
day,
find-
one way or the other.
Right? Then I'll head out the door, like I said, and head towards the jail looking for the sheriff.
Okay. You don't find the sheriff in the jail. You actually find him sort of wandering nearby the jail, somewhere between I and H.
I'll just, I'll wave.
And he gives you a nod.
This is going to become a very stereotypical conversation.
I'm
Uh,
kind of hanging back.
Sheriff,
Yes, hi.
I just wanted to check and make sure that you guys, didn't run into any further trouble.
No, tavern was clear. It seems you got them all, or both of them, I guess.
Still no idea what they could be.
No,
Bugs.
we've got the schoolmaster digging through his books on them, but we don't really know much. Haven't seen him around here before.
Me either. All right, that's good. That's good. I take it there's no one else injured or anything like that. We didn't see anyone on the way back.
No one injured. Whole lot of people spooked though. Something about a big cat. You see a big cat?
Siri just kind of shifts, look for a nice tree over there.
There was a lot of drinking. I can't deny that I do think I saw some kind of cat. But
Best be watching out for that though.
that absolutely.
I will definitely keep an eye out for a giant cat.
And then I'll nod and say thank you. And then
Yeah.
I'll head out in the same direction we were going, so it doesn't look like we're backtracking.
And so he sort of wanders over to H.
Okay, then because of the direction we took, I'm guessing. Sorry, guys, I'm making us take the long way around to the temple.
Okay, you're gonna head south and around, I assume.
Well, no, if we came, because I assume we came from the house, so we would have had to come north to get there, and I would have continued north past the school and then down.
Oh, you're gonna go all the way up and around. Okay.
All the way
Yeah.
up and around.
They really need to make a bridge across there.
All the way up.
There's
here
only two.
and
Why would they need
around,
another one?
And then
Where are we
down.
going? And over the river and through the woods?
We're going to this from B to B, and then we're going up here, and then we're going over here.
Can we go over here?
Here, E.
Yeah.
E is our
Well,
destination.
after here we can.
No, we're not.
here?
We're not going all the way.
If you wanted to, you could go that way afterwards. Sure.
And you can
Why-
do whatever you want,
why-
right? If
Why
you
don't we
go-
deal with the now first, and then we'll get to the then?
Ansel and Siri tend to do work up here.
They do work all over. Okay, so you head on up. It's
Right.
it's not particularly early. You see a couple of farmers out in the fields. People going about their lives, doing their day to day.
Is the shop open?
You're gonna have to be more specific than the shop.
Sorry,
because
the
there's like
the,
20
the shop
shops.
at the temple. Assuming we made it all.
At
the
the
way.
temple, yeah, that's open.
Okay, so I'll look to Alex and I'll mention there is a shop over there if you are interested, but I know you were scoping around before.
I think right now let's be a little more active.
That's the plan. Do you want to take the lead?
I can.
It's a question of do we approach it from a research perspective or from a professor. I don't even know how to describe
I
it,
believe
but
Professor Lorimore can be taken as a research perspective.
I'll let you take the lead, but I've got your back. And then I'll walk into the church looking for the father.
Father
Okay.
Grimbarrow.
Yeah, Father Grimbarrow. It doesn't take long. You do actually end up finding him.
We pull him aside, seeing if we can have a moment of his time if he's busy.
Yeah, he's got time. Yeah.
And I explain very simply, we've been, ever since Professor Lorimore's death, things have been difficult, and we've been trying to retrace his steps a bit looking at his research, which seems to center around the abandoned, burned down prison.
Yeah.
We were wondering, there have been a lot of rumors and ghost stories regarding the site.
Mm-mm. What about him?
Tales of spirits haunting the causeways and restless dead. And we were hoping we might be able to find some help in our quest for insight from the church. And yeah.
So the father sort of gives you he looks at Alden for a moment and then looks at you and sort of grunts and says, Pharasma would not permit the undead to walk here.
And I'll actually chime up on that and say I agree. If there is something to this, it must be handled.
I'm naughty on this, and kind of that was where I was going with things.
So does that mean we're gonna handle it?
Do you say that out loud?
Yep.
I'll turn around and just give you a nod.
Good. Let's go.
Before we leave, though, or you guys are welcome to leave. Professor, we were doing our research. There's talks about potential relics that could help us from Pharasma that might be able to help us solve this mystery. Are you aware of any history of any relics in the town?
He sort of frowns. Relics? No. No. No?
Can I do a sense motive to see if he's lying?
Sure.
Can I also do a sense motive?
Yeah.
Where are my skills? Nope, I'm leaving.
Oh, we are fantastic at this.
Yeah, you are. You don't sense any lying.
Let's see, where's my sense motive?
I'm gonna do it just for shits and giggles.
All right.
Me too. Ah! So, do I
I'll go
sense the
over.
motive?
He's not lying. Maybe a little unsure, but he's not lying.
Then, may I ask that we go with the blessing of Pharasma
Go where?
in search of solving these mysteries, and if there are abominations, putting them to rest where they belong.
Well, if there's problems at the prison, why would there be problems at the prison? But if there are problems at the prison, well, yes, you would deal with them.
Thank you, Father.
Okay.
Thank you. And then
As I'm
I'll
leaving, I'm
turn
dropping
around
another
and head
3
out.
gold into the coffers.
Okay.
And then we're outside.
Sure.
So we're outside.
Do you think maybe the professor just broke in and got the relics? I did see some scuff marks on the lock to the tomb.
Maybe he attempted to.
Maybe he won him in a card game.
Or maybe somebody else knew.
So do we pursue that, or do we want to pursue to Harrowstone?
Let's get some defense before we go anywhere near possible living ghost stories.
This isn't going to be easy, though. It's breaking in. Admittedly, though, it is the church's relics.
Is it worse or better than what I've already done?
I don't know what you've done. What have you done?
Good.
And now you see he's like, he's worried.
Obviously better than what you did last night.
What happened last night?
What did you do last night?
I'll look at Siri with a worried look.
Look, I took a shower, had a conversation.
I'm already walking towards the Restlands.
He'll just like mumble at you. I know you're fine, but what did they do? And we'll wander behind them.
Yeah.
The answer to that
Steve's
is
just watching the other two. Do we really want to know what they did?
And I do kind of, under my breath, tell Ansel, what I found out from the report. Specifically, that they don't have any leads as to who caused it, and it was definitely, they were saying it's blood.
Ansel mutters, well, I could have told you that.
Well, I know that, but
What's blood?
What was on the statue?
Oh, yeah, anybody else? Didn't we all figure that one out?
yes, but I was hoping that they might have found some suspects, unless, of course, the sheriff is not trying to find suspects. I don't know.
Now I have an idea, something else to check on. Anyways, I'm assuming we've reached rest, whatever.
The Wrestlands.
I'm so bad at this.
You're bad at names.
Sure.
Just go with the standbys. Whatchamacallit, what's it, his name, and who's its, what's its.
Yeah, that's not gonna
The
work.
graveyard.
So I
Okay.
guess we're heading up to. Well,
First-
no, we're
And
following the
that
halfling because
thingy
he's the
is
only one who knows where it's at.
I'm looking around to see how populated the Restlands is.
Okay, perception.
God damn it.
You see absolutely nothing.
Then I will walk towards
Boy, you do
the,
see anything.
I'll go forward and I'll make the left, and then
Ansel starts looking around because never trust a halfling. Never trust anything after last night.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I would never trust that halfling either.
Anyone else?
Oh, Siri will look around. See if she can find anything.
Alex is lost in thought.
Does she need to write it, do a perception?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, I think there's only 2 tokens on the map.
Yeah, I know.
Where are we? I see nothing.
You see nothing.
I'm here, but I have my token. Well, I don't have my token.
I don't know. I don't see my token anywhere.
Your token isn't here. For the moment, just ignore it. It's
We're
not gonna matter.
following the halfling. That's the
You're
only-
yeah, you're following the halfling.
That's dangerous.
If you want to leave the halfling, let me know.
No.
No.
No, just mussing over my cards.
Ansel and Siri, as you're sort of wandering around, you do notice that there's a couple of people sort of up here
Oh, I
Where?
see. Second.
Oh. in the center of the grasslands.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't.
The circle area.
Okay. It was so zoomed and I couldn't see anything.
when I get to the grave, I'll stick to the north side of the road and I'll peek over at that gravestone from before.
It's
So
a
that's
weather.
a grave.
It's a weathered
Now-
gravestone.
In the middle is the
What?
Ansel
is-
nods this way. They're walking.
what
Like
is
they're looking to Siri.
what is buildings? The group of the cluster buildings. Where we are.
I
Where
can't
we are.
understand what you're saying.
What are the buildings in the middle of the circle?
What are the buildings?
Mausoleums, crypts.
Oh, okay. That's what it's. So this is one big graveyard. That's all it is.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
This is one big graveyard.
That's in half the big graveyard.
Yeah.
So when we get here, I'll sort of gesture towards the building and say, take a look.
Ansel arches
Okay.
his eyebrow and takes a look over the building.
Okay.
So we go look over at the building.
Perceptions.
Do I need to make a I guess I would make a perception.
Yeah. Ansel and Alden, give me a knowledge nature. Okay. You notice that, or specifically Alden notices that the lock isn't. It's closed, but it seems to be like almost cut through the bar.
Check out this cut here.
Okay.
I've looked at the other buildings, and they're all either not locked or, not tampered either.
Ansel, for shits and giggles, crouches down and takes a look.
Mm-hmm.
He's kind of tall.
Yeah.
There's also no magic on it, and I'll turn to Alex.
I nod solemnly.
Okay. Everyone, give me a stealth check.
Well, this was nice. Yeah, that sounds about right.
Okay.
I'm not trying to be stealthy here.
I am so stealthy that
Yeah, it's a pity that stealth only works as a group and not individually, right?
yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, you lean down and yeah, the lock appears to be broken, but closed.
It's been tampered with.
Hmm.
I'm looking around real quick to see if there's anybody close by.
Okay.
And if there is not, I'm kind of walking up to it and just giving it a nice sharp tug to see if it just shatters open.
Perception.
Not shatters, but you know.
Perception. You have the feeling of eyes on you, but you can't pinpoint.
Do we want to go in? I'm pretty sure this is it. We could say it's for the church, but it's also. I mean, I don't even know. Maybe we could ask for permission to enter.
Should have asked while we were there.
And
Didn't think to.
he looks frustrated. He's like, "Yeah, we should have."
Yeah.
You should have.
I wasn't the only one there.
You weren't. I didn't think about it. But now that I said it out loud, I'll. If no one's making a move to actually open it, I'll look around and say,
If even if I feel Lara's eyes, if I can't see them, I'm just kind of giving a tug on the lock to see if it pops.
Yeah. The break is through the bar, and it, it's one of those things where it looks closed from a distance, but it's not actually.
Somebody's
closed.
been tampering with it.
Yeah.
Be on guard. This could be problematic.
"Wait, we can make an excuse for this. Do you want me to go and ask the father if we can investigate since it's been tampered?"
What do you guys think? I think it's a sound idea.
I think that sounds good.
Sarah and I will wait here.
And then I run back.
The halfling runs back. That's gonna take a little while because it's the
Okay.
halfling.
Yeah.
See,
And I
if
say to the
anybody
north side
was
of the
supposed to run back quickly, it would have been me.
Yeah. Well, it's gonna be run back quickly and be diplomatic. So.
You run,
Oh,
Siri.
well,
Go grab the halfling and just run with him. You're
I
probably
can be
faster.
diplomatic.
Go.
You mean pick up? So
Pick
I'll
up
run.
Paladin and run. Start
That's some,
sprinting.
okay. So Siri's gonna run after Alden and try to scoop him up and run him back to town.
Alden, are you gonna resist that?
You're gonna hear a like what, and then you'll like notice he goes silent because he nods.
Okay, so Siri goes running down the path with an Alden football under her arm.
Before we leave, I'll like out of the
You went out.
rivers and
You went out.
whatever. I'm gonna let her know to put me down before we get to the church.
Okay.
Ansel's keeping a careful eye out while they wait.
Give me
Yeah,
just a second here, because dark.
Yep. Come on, I need a good roll because I have to bluff this.
Yeah, you do. And of course,
You don't have to bluff it.
I can say the truth and we found it broken. I don't have a good excuse as to why we were there.
We were visiting Lorimer's grave,
That's not where
which
we
we
are.
did too. We dropped by.
I plan to use that, but I'm 90% sure that he's gonna make me roll bluff on it.
Okay. So you make it back to the church.
Yep, I'll walk up to the father, assuming he's near the same spot he was at.
Yeah, there's not a whole lot for a father to do.
Father, I
Yes.
wanted to ask you. We were going to pay our respects to Lorimore. I've noticed that one of the buildings in the Riversmeet has been tampered with.
He looks very upset at that.
Are you aware of anything going on?
No.
Father, I'd like to take a look inside and see what's going on.
Give me a diplomacy check. He sort of furrows his brow. And he wanders over to a door in the side of the building and opens it and sort of pokes his head through for a moment and talks to a couple of people. And he steps back over towards you, and with him are two people in robes.
I'm
Two
assuming
younger
for
people.
Osmond Rhodes.
Yeah. They're the same robes you saw at church on Sunday.
Yep. So I'll bow to them.
And they don't really bow back. It's just sort of,
They've been tasked to follow us.
Yeah, pretty much. The father looks and goes, Mikhail and Adam will go with you.
Thank you. And then I will bow and step outside again.
And they will follow you.
When they come outside, because I figured Siri would just be waiting outside.
Mhm. Yeah.
She looks at them for a moment.
We have some company. Let's go take care of matters.
Company's good. All right, it's about time.
Oh man, I need to roll something just to see if I can keep my pride.
Is Siri gonna pick you up and carry you, run you back?
Yep. I'll look at you and say, I'm slower than the rest. Do you mind?
No, she'll
Give him a piggyback ride this time?
give him a piggyback ride this time.
All right.
Okay.
I'll take it.
Alrighty. So the group heads back to the Wrestlands again.
Do the priests even look at it like?
They give you a little bit of a weird look, yeah, because what are you doing? Why? Oh, okay. They don't say anything though. They keep very quiet.
They're very priestly, diplomatic people.
Yeah, they're very much the silent types, obviously. Ansel, give me a perception, please.
Totally claiming hangover.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'd be claiming.
All I'm going to say is I'm also there.
Yeah, I'll say roll me as well.
Maybe you guys will see things like I do.
You're definitely being watched.
We figured out by whom?
You're getting the feeling it's coming from the center of the area. You get sort of glances of people between the rows of graves.
Do we recognize any of them? Or do I rather?
Give me a sec. Again, I gotta get dog in again. Goddamn.
Oh, my puppy's ignoring.
Progress, guys. Progress.
It's better than just sitting around drinking it.
I'm trying. I'm trying to find excuses to go out and fight things.
Okay, so yeah, you recognize them. You get a decent enough glance about 5 minutes in, and Yeah, you recognize that it's one of the grave diggers from the funeral.
Now, were the gravediggers the same ones that tried to attack us?
Well, you're not there, but no, none of the grave diggers attacked you.
Okay. It was just townspeople.
It was
Hooligans.
yeah.
And the other people I don't recognize, or it's just the one?
You think it's just the one? Can't be 100% sure, but you think it's just the one.
Okay. I kind of say to Ansel, we're being watched. Try and act nonchalant. Things might get interesting.
Ansel just gives him a look, because obviously he had a late night full of drinking last night.
What is it with
Yes.
you and your alcoholic characters?
He wasn't being alcoholic on purpose. He was trying to distract him from Alex.
It worked.
Mm.
This is true.
So, you're not gonna do anything else? It's just
No, we're talking quietly between each other.
okay. After a few minutes, a barbarian with a halfling on her back and a couple of men in robes start walking down the road towards you.
Does it look like I should be concerned?
It's a barbarian with a halfling on her back.
I'm not worried about that.
Oh, you should be, good sir.
I'm more concerned about the two robed men.
If assuming that they haven't made any action by the time we get there, I'll hop down and I'll say, we have two brothers with us to help us investigate the building.
Yeah.
Then shall we open it?
And
I'll
before you manage to respond to that, one of the robed figures sort of holds up a hand and moves towards the crypt in question.
Backing away slowly and keeping an eye to see if our spies are watching.
At this point, one of them is actually openly watching you.
Other than the bar, do you see anything?
Who are you talking to?
The one of the people observing the building, or at least you said they walked up to it. So
Yeah, he's sort of leaning over. He's done sort of a cursory, inspection of the door of the crypt, and sort of is looking over it, and then he leans down and looks at the lock. What's going on?
Hi, Buster.
Oh, okay.
He doesn't like the fidget spinner.
Oh. Yeah.
Oh, the evil bane of fidget spinners.
Oh no, it kept Tyra calm.
Well, that's because he has
Anyway,
that kind of need.
so
We have
the
to watch
robed
his-
man stands up again, or sort of straightens up, I suppose. He didn't actually kneel down or anything, and
I'll ask him.
What?
go ahead.
You go first because you're the player.
I was gonna say, what do you know who this building is for? Or
And he just reads the name across the top of the.
I could have sworn I examined this one and I didn't get a name, only that it had gargoyles.
There's a name across the top, but it's written in a language you don't understand.
Oh,
really.
right.
So you presume it's a name?
Okay.
Do any of us understand it?
No,
Okay.
none of you understand. It's equivalent to Latin, basically, right?
Okay.
So none of you really understand it, and then he just sort of states it like you would understand, or matter of factly he states the words that are written there, and he's reading them in the language that you don't understand. So it's almost like he's pointing at the letters and going at A T C V C.
I'll nod and say I apologize. I don't understand. What language is this?
He sort of tilts his head and looks at you and goes, the language of Pharasma.
I should know this then. Actually, well, I'll look frustrated.
Yeah. And then he sort of puts his hand on the lock, and it opens because it's not actually locked.
No, we already determined that earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we weren't going to trespass.
Yeah. And so he undoes the lock and sort of
Do we
What's the
think-
other guy doing?
watching.
The other priest is?
Yeah.
Do we think
And-
anyone got inside? Should we go and look?
Oh, I'm sure somebody got inside, and I'm sure they're pretty curious as to what we're doing from their little vantage point. And I kind of tilt my head towards the center of the Wrestlands.
At this point, you look over. Both of the graveskeepers are just sort of moving towards you.
Like aggressively?
They're moving towards you.
How,
I
are
think
the-
nothing
how
of
is
it.
their stance, though? I mean, does their body posture say relaxed, or is it tense?
Tense, probably. But then again, you basically have stood there and were looking like you were breaking into a crypt.
But we also have priests with us.
You were looking like you were breaking into a crypt.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we have priests with us, which makes
Now
it
you do.
Well, we have priests with us now, but initially we looked like we were grave robbers, and they're suspicious.
Okay.
Well, shall we look inside? I'll ask the brothers.
And the first brother, the one that's actually at the door, sort of he feels sort of around the door, just sort of, around the edges of the door, and then grabs hold of the I guess it's a ring that's attached to the door and starts to try and pull it open slowly. It's a big door. It's gonna take him a bit of strength to try and pull that thing out.
May we?
And okay, you say that.
Yeah.
He sort of stops and looks at you.
And Ansel kind of points between him and Siri because they have been doing work around. May we assist?
He's not he's not so impressed by you. But then he looks at Sarah and goes,
What?
and steps out the way.
Ansel wants to see her go.
Okay, Siri just keeps. Let's go.
Okay, so you give this thing a pull. Give me a strength check.
None available.
None available. You have no strength.
Oh, I just clicked. Okay, there we go. There we go.
15.
15.
Yeah, I mean it takes you a minute, but yeah, you pull this thing open. It
Okay.
sort of grinds as you pull it. It's stone on stone, so it's
Ugh.
got
Does
a bit
it
of
seem
friction
like-
there.
Ansel
Can you
makes
tell
one
when
of
the
those
last time
noises.
it was opened?
You can't really tell. It's been opened.
Recently?
Clearly, you can't really tell recently. I mean, it's a gouge of stone on stone. It's not.
There's no other marks and dust or anything to indicate.
Not where you are. Not on the outside. No.
I assume it's incredibly dark.
Did
You're.
anybody bring a torch?
Well, you mean inside? Okay, I was saying it's the middle of the day.
Yeah,
Ansel
inside.
pulls out a little stone and it just lights up as it floats.
That saves me the trouble.
I'll I'll pull out
Why am
a
I not
copper coin
surprised?
and I'll cast light on the copper coin.
So nobody has a torch. What is wrong with
Why do
people
we
these
Ansel
need
days?
has
them?
an Iowan torch.
And
He
I
has
have
an Iowan,
light.
so it's little tiny
Ansel's got a
stone.
floating light up thing going around his head at this point, and
That's gonna do wonders for his hangover.
and Alden's holding a coin that's bright as a torch.
Siri just mutters about magic all the time. You know, people use it magic, lazy people. Make a torch.
Or
Shall we head in?
smart.
And then as soon as they get the door open far
Intelligence
enough
is
for me to look
overrated.
inside, I'll do a perception check to see if I see signs of someone entering and heading in a direction.
Okay, go ahead. I have to find the right place.
Slowly but surely.
I'm actually sense motivating the priests and their just general body language.
Ansel's looking around inside as they step in. Wow.
The
Hey,
priest.
over.
Wow, Ansel, you need to stop drinking.
Yeah, the iron stone is fucking Ansel's side up really badly.
Yeah.
Um,
Where else we see if you would have used a torch?
you would still be just as blind.
Yep.
The priests, they're tense. They're not particularly happy about the whole concept here, but
Not much.
yeah, they're not.
And the
Oh,
gravediggers are still coming over.
Yeah, they're still heading over. They haven't quite gotten to you yet. I'm going to. This is where we get to test the first thing here. Everybody can see absolutely nothing, right?
Correct.
Yep.
Wonderful. That's exactly what you should say.
I see a black square.
You do indeed. Did I set this on fog of war or did I set this on dynamic lighting? Dynamic lighting. Okay, let's see if this works. We have.
For what it's worth, light is only a 30-foot radius, I think.
Yep. We have Alden. We have.
I guess it really helps if I unmute it to talk.
Maybe.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Ansel.
Oh, it's only 20 feet, sorry.
Yep, 20 feet.
10 minutes. per
You're all going to be
roll.
right on top of each other at the beginning here, but that's because of the limits of the map space. So
Right.
give me just a moment to sort things out here. Who is holding a torch? Alden is holding a torch of sorts. You emit light 20 feet. Is it 20 feet fully dim?
Increases the
Yeah,
level
sure,
by
light.
20 feet by 1 step up to
Yeah.
normal light.
Darkness becomes dim, dim becomes normal.
So 20 feet dimming at 0. Has sight. All players see light. Boop.
Oh, cool.
Oh, wow. So there's some steps there.
Yeah.
Are the steps going up or down?
Hang on. I'm still sorting out tokens. Ansel emits 20 feet, 0 feet. All players see light. And somehow Ansel is outside of my thing. And roll 20, can't see shite. Okay. I have to make these tokens. And Ansel, don't stand there. That's inside the wall. God damn it. I have to edit each character now.
Before we all go in, I just want to point out to the rest of us, do we want to have somebody remain out here to ensure that nobody decides to try and lock us in? Just saying.
I'd look to the brothers on that one to see if they have concerns.
They don't seem to be concerned.
They're not concerned that their crypt is broken into.
Well, they're
Well,
not concerned that someone's going to
About
lock.
about someone behind them. Why can I not see the token? Okay, that's really annoying now.
You
Ugh.
say, are you being a coward wanting to stay behind?
I need-
It's more that if we're going to investigate this, I'd rather not become the
You're afraid
people
to
who are
die.
entombed in said tomb.
I mean, there's no one behind us. We're fine.
There's those guys.
What guys?
As I'm kind of pointing to the two gravediggers.
Do I
They
see
probably
the
do.
two gravediggers?
Yeah, you see a couple of guys walking across the area towards you.
How does light work? Can I hand it to someone?
I believe it has to remain in contact with you, doesn't it? For lack of a better
It's
token for the moment.
No.
it's just
One object
touch
that is touched.
for 10 minutes. So I'll hand
Like in my phone,
Alex
I'm going over
the
here.
coin,
I
and I
need-
say that I'll be right back. And then I'll walk towards the others.
Charger. I don't need my phone. Take the charger. Plug it in.
I know he's sort of figuring out how this is, so
Yeah, give me a second. I'm still trying to get this.
That's
so that
fine.
so that actually can be seen by more than just you. I need the recording to actually
Some.
see.
Okay, I just missed it.
Pencil. Stuff there. That will have to do for now. Fuck it. Okay. Siri, what are you doing? Because all I'm hearing is something in the background.
Oh, I moved because Alex needed.
Oh, okay.
I missed the last kind of minute of conversation trying to move.
Well,
Alex-
there hasn't been a last minute conversation. All we're hearing is whatever you're playing in the background. So, okay.
So I was going to go back and address the two, assuming I saw them, the two gravediggers that were approaching us.
There are a couple of gravediggers approaching, yeah.
And are they in ropes?
No.
Then I'll wave and I'll say, "Hey, did you guys know that mausoleum was damaged?"
They frown noticeably when you say that. What are you doing here?
I was paying respects to the good professor. I actually paid respects yesterday, and as Pharasma wills, I wanted to make sure that everything was calm in the graves. And we stumbled upon the building and found it damaged. I reported it to the father to make sure that nothing's gone amiss.
And so one of the gravediggers completely ignores you and sort of sticks his head down into the mausoleum. So what's happened here is you guys have gone down a set of stairs and are now entering a empty room. And as you're sort of entering the room, the gravedigger pokes his head in through the door and says, "Brother Mikhail, what are you doing? What's going on?" And one of the clerics in robes stops and walks back up the stairs to talk to the gravedigger.
I kind of give a motion to Ansel to keep on guard. I don't trust either of them.
Okay, so they're just gonna stand there and have a conversation.
And I gotta ask, what are those two things on the northern side? Are they doors or... No.
I guess you can't see it.
I can.
You can sort of see it. You can't quite tell. They look like doors. Yeah.
I'm being the light source because I know it's a pain in the butt to mark everyone.
Though you're talking with... Yeah. Okay.
I'll if the one talking to me doesn't have a response, I'll just say the brothers are with us now, so we're gonna go take a look inside. Thank you, and then I'll turn around and start walking back so that I'm inside.
Okay, so you head back down. One of the clerics is busy talking with.
I assume we can't overhear what's being said.
Not really, not unless you're going to go back up the stairs and make it kind of obvious.
Nope. But there's a Siri up there.
There's a Siri. Yeah, she's sort of wandering down the stairs.
I'm technically walking by, but I presume it's just I'm not focused on that, so I wouldn't actually listen in.
Okay.
So I rolled a perception when the door opened. I guess did I notice anything like in terms of like any kind of path? I guess that'd be more survival than perception, but
Dust that's been disturbed.
yeah.
Yeah, you need survival for that. Not.
Okay, then I perceive not a whole lot because it was just the stairs. So
Okay.
I'll still do a survival check though.
Yeah,
if you'll let
still
me
do me a
Ansel
survival check.
inspects the door he's in front of.
Okay.
I mean, I'm looking at the, I guess, pedestal.
Well, damn.
Uh,
Backstory wins me.
Yeah, Alden, you notice that there is a disturbance in the dust in the crypt down here, but it leads to the other door, not the one Ansel's standing at.
I will walk up to that door and examine it.
Okay, it's a door. And Ansel,
Um,
it's a door.
So
What am I looking at?
That's a gargoyle.
Gargoyle.
Okay.
Okay.
do I know if casting detect magic would just blind me because I'm holding the coin? I guess I could
No,
cover.
you're not holding the coin. I am.
Oh, that's true.
Oh wait, you're not holding the coin.
I'm just using myself as the light source, so you don't have to
hang
worry
on.
about that.
Yeah, I'm gonna fix that rather than have you running around with the wrong thing. You do not emit light anymore.
Oh no.
Instead, Alex emits light.
Oh boy.
20 feet 0. All players see light. Save changes. Okay.
So how far down do these stairs go?
It's a good, 10, 15 feet.
If the door doesn't have any markings, I'll cast detect magic just to make sure that nothing's trapped since it's been tampered.
Well, detect magic is only going to detect magic traps.
Right. Well, that's what I'm looking for.
I'm still more analyzing these gargoyles.
There's no magic that you can see in the door.
Okay. Then I'll try to push the door or pull the door, depending on if I see a ring.
The gargoyle is, it's about, 4 feet tall. It's a gargoyle. It's got teeth, wings, claws.
Gotcha.
The door opens, and I am on the wrong layer. I'm doing this all wrong tonight. The door opens,